Hi folks, Norwich 93 CMP again. We're going to do a little video on the stock pouches for the M1 Carbine, and there's a couple of things that are important about this. A lot of people on social media talk about how do you put it on, etc. So let's discuss all the matters. The one on the right is actually a late war, post-war 15 round magazine pouch, but it does not go on the stock. So when you're at a gun show or something, you're looking online, this goes on a belt. It won't fit on the stocks. Only this type will. And you can see that it's sewn basically top to bottom and it's open. Okay, this one will not. So we're not even going to discuss this any further, but just be careful when you're going out to purchase. If it has two little belt loops in the back, it's not going to work. All right, the first thing that I do is I want to discuss is these stock pouches have the lift the dot, and it's for two 15 round magazines. I happen to put my rounds or the bolts or to the bottom, but do whichever you want to do. This male snap here is a little bit off center. This went out and fit on the pistol belt and it snapped into place so it wouldn't slide in the pistol belt. A lot of GIs would take just a bunch of these and slide them all in the belt and they would just stay in place. Some people talk about when they put them on their stocks, they might cut out that snap and it would look like this and it wouldn't damage the stocks. And the damage that I'm talking about is right here. Very evident. See the circles here? That's from the snaps getting pushed in. Maybe they were prone and pushing off or something to that effect. Lean up against something, prying the barrel, putting pressure on it, will make those rings. So if you have a collector stock, I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do besides, at least one thing to do besides doing this, okay? Before we put it on, no magazines. It will cover up or going from the barrel. You have to disassemble your weapon and just have the stock itself. And I'm sliding it on and I would stop right just past the pistol grip. This area in here is it's going to get tighter and tighter. I really never seen them come past here much at all, if any. But they do. They might get down into this area someplace over here. But when I put it in, I didn't have any magazines in it. And the reason is it'll get it super extremely tight if I was putting it on with the magazines. Okay? I'm going to show you what that looks like now. So it's the same stock. This is magazines in. It's already tight right here. I can't even get it any farther than that. All right? Even if this wasn't a potbelly stock, it is a potbelly stock, but if it wasn't a potbelly stock, I might get it over here. You're not going to get it over the pistol grip, people. Take the magazines out, okay? When I'm sliding it on, for me, I'm just going to leave it to the right-hand side. Why? It's a little bit out of the way. It will cover up any cartouches that you have in your stock. So if you're doing it as a collector and you just want to have it and make it, appear really nice, you could slide it over your cartouches, or just be conscious that it does cover them up and people maybe want to see them and play with it or whatever. It'll come down right around here. Now this is a new mag pouch. It's going to be difficult for me probably to put the magazines in here. Bring it to just past the pistol grip, then you can open it up and put your magazines in. I wouldn't really do it with loaded magazines yet. I mean, it's just going to make it physically heavier. And it's going to be a lot harder to close when it's on the stock. So that's what I'm recommending you move it forward to the pistol grip area, push them all the way in as far as you can, and then attempt to lock it down. This is very tight. I can barely see the stud there. All right, I got the stud. Now once the stud's on, I'll flip it over for you. Now I'm going to attempt to push it to the back. And it doesn't go that much farther. I mean, can I get it all the way back there? Yeah, probably. But as long as I'm doing is putting a lot of strain on these seams, I really don't want to do that. These seams here too. But it does come a little bit past it. It's up to you, but if you have the button on here, this is where it's going to push hard. You can see how how high it sits. See how high it sits? That's pressure all the time on it. If you're in a gun cabinet and then you're tweaking with the barrels and just moving it a little bit this way, it's going to push in and cause that damage. There is a way, I'm going to show you how, with a slinged carbine, how to put it on. Alright, just switch this out now. When we put it on a gun that already has a sling on it, we're going to basically do it the same way, except if you're into collecting, and I said you don't want to mess your stock up, but you just wanted to physically have it on for the right hand side, I have to take the rifle apart. And once I take the rifle apart, now I just have the stock set. See how it's on? I make sure there's no twists in it. And now I'm going to put the pouch on. When I'm putting it on, I'm also putting the sling in with the wood. And I'm passing it through. The sling will protect it. See how the sling's underneath? Now I can put my magazines in there. This is a nice original Standard Products rifle. And you can see where the cartouche is right there. So it's going to cover it up. So I push them all the way in. It's towards the pistol grip. Give me a little slack on it. Pulling it over the stud, checking where my sling is, and you can look right in there and see that the sling is underneath the button, or the male part. Pull it tight, still there, I checked, and now I can reassemble the rifle. If you're a tactical guy and you're doing like a home defense and you want to put it on so you have two other magazines and you're right-handed, I recommend you reverse this so the magazines are on the left-hand side. Your hand will be on the fire control system, and if you go empty, you're just going to use your hand and unsnap it, pull the mag out, and reload. So it's up to you. You want to put it on the collector side, it's usually the right hand side like that, or you can go the opposite side. And this is how you protect your stock, putting on your stock pouch using a rifle that has a sling. Alright, take care. Check out all the other videos. I think I added one for a slide jumping off the bolt while firing lately. Take care. Bye.